most companies would take weeks to recover from a $2.5 billion supply chain shock. Today, we'll show you how an agent workforce built on DataRobot with SAP and NVIDIA can turn a $2.5 billion supply chain crisis into a competitive advantage. While the company names have been anonymized, scenarios like this are real. Let's take a look. We start with the business scenario where Apex Systems is the supplier and Cloud Core is the customer. This is the architecture of just one type of agent workforce, combining agentic reasoning and collaborative execution. At the center is the DataRobot agent workforce platform. With DataRobot, we've built and deployed a multi-agent supply chain and business planning agent workforce that has a set of agents to detect, analyze, reason, optimize, and act in real time. By leveraging the transactional integrity of enterprise systems like SAP and the computational power of NVIDIA cuOpt, we transform static data into agile agentic action. When a business risk is detected, the agents built in DataRobot don't just present a problem. They simulate optimized paths to recovery. But the final move belongs to the human experts who use these agentic insights to review, validate, and approve a global reallocation in hours, not weeks. In this example, several agents are working together inside DataRobot. Leading the effort is an orchestrator agent directing specialized agents and keeping humans and AI in sync throughout the process. Then we have several other agents, such as a watcher agent, which monitors multi-domain signals from publicly available information. A risk assessor agent quantifies potential business impact and downstream effects. An optimizer agent that calculates and proposes the optimal solutions. A forecaster agent predicts the future outcomes of a business situation. And finally, an executor agent implements a chosen solution that a human approves. The trigger is a market signal. Cloud Core's earnings call announces internal delays in their data center power upgrades. In DataRobot, the Watcher agent autonomously detects the real-time signal among all the noise in the public news, correlates the information to existing customer data, and flags it as a relevant event in the DataRobot platform. Since the event has been flagged as relevant, the Risk Assessor agent is being triggered to perform a risk assessment for this event. The Risk Assessor agent quantifies the impact, including potential revenue loss, inventory overhang at Apex Systems supplier, SMCT, and possible downstream effects in global logistics routes. The orchestrator agent, based on the risk assessment, now autonomously escalates this finding to the Apex Systems executive leadership team to ensure they are informed about this potential risk. Following the cues from the morning's earnings call, the Apex Systems account executive reaches out to his Cloud Core contacts to gauge the impact on their current deployments. The response confirms the risk. Due to power infrastructure delays, Cloud Core will defer 2,000 next-gen GPU racks from Q1 to Q2. This shift represents a $2.5 billion gap in committed spending. The EVP of Sales asks his business analyst to work with the agents built in DataRobot to rank the waitlist for racks by customer score and readiness to find short-term opportunities.
We just received an email from Cloud Core. They want to defer an order for $2.5 billion. I need to see if we have a way to still make our quarter. Please rank the wait list for next-gen GPU racks by strategic customer score, data center readiness, and estimated logistics complexity.
The agents in DataRobot analyze real-time data center readiness and logistics complexity to rank alternatives, ensuring the highest probability of successful reallocation. The orchestrator agent then responds with a real-time results table of top customers.
Great, it looks like we have some options. Now, run a what-if analysis and generate options for how we should allocate racks to specific customers. Make sure to minimize shipping risks, since we still want to make our quarter.
As soon as the analyst asks for options, DataRobot triggers the optimizer agent, which is an autonomous agent with deep integration across our entire stack. It immediately logs into SAP ERP and SAP IBP to pull live inventory levels, order priorities, and customer power readiness dates. The optimizer agent then takes those business constraints and passes them to NVIDIA cuOpt. Using NVIDIA cuOpt, the agent optimizer then runs a multi-objective optimization. It's simultaneously trying to maximize revenue recognition for the quarter while using data robots, predictive risk scores to avoid logistical constraints. In simple terms, it's figuring out how to reroute 2,000 racks, respecting real-time constraints and solving the problem in seconds. The agent then presents 3 simulated scenarios, with scenario 2 being the recommended scenario because it recovers the $2.5 billion revenue by reallocating inventory to neoclouds. The orchestrator agent triggers the forecasting agent to run a revenue forecast based on the recommended scenario. Upon human approval, the orchestrator agent triggers the executor agent to work with the SAP system, updating the allocations and delivery dates with a 72-hour acceptance window, and prepares targeted outreach to each customer. The human sales team engages with their counterparts. The tangible impact: $2.5 billion in revenue secured, an additional $150 million captured, and execution completed in 72 hours, transforming a crisis into a competitive advantage.
With the DataRobot Agent Workforce platform, we transformed yesterday's slow, reactive response into real-time detection, autonomous simulation, and optimized execution, turning volatility into opportunity. With the DataRobot Agent Workforce platform, you may not predict every disruption, but you can orchestrate every response. In this new world, don't just build another chatbot. Automate what exists, invent what doesn't, and create competitive advantages that can't be easily replicated.